Hi, welcome to Tanz's Tarot. My name is Angie, and I am going to do a reading today for the sign of Leo for the time of the middle of the month of April 2018 until the end of the month of April 2018. First of all, I'd like to give you a little outline of myself. This is my first time uploading videos and joining YouTube, and I enjoy tarot cards very much. I also have been studying astrology for many years, probably since I was about 13 years old. So anyway, I'm going to kind of do like a combination reading. The first part will be about astrology, and then the rest will be about the tarot cards. So anyway, welcome to my channel. It's very nice to meet you. First we'll just start off. I'm going to shuffle, and while I'm shuffling, I'm going to give you a little bit of an outline about me. Please forgive me, I've been sick, so I'm super nasally, and I've got this cold, so every once in a while I have to cough. I've had it for like 3 weeks. So we have a new moon coming up in Aries, which is your 9th house. And the 9th house is travel, faraway places. It's also education, learning, spiritualism, anything that is foreign to you, that it takes time to understand. It's a spiritual new moon for you. You may be traveling over the next 6 months to some different places. It could have to do with your work, possibly training or learning something new, something that you're going to do to like advance in your career. You may be going to another state or country to be educated in a certain area that you're interested in. So that's coming up for you. You also have a full moon in Scorpio, and that is at the end of the month. That's on the 30th of April. And Scorpio is in the area of your 4th house of home. It's also in your emotions. So there may be something very emotional that is affecting you at the end of the month. Usually I find it has something to do with the home. It's a culmination. So maybe you've been working on the home. Maybe there's a project you've been doing you would like to get finished. Maybe you're going to move. Maybe you're trying to sell your house. Maybe you're trying to buy a house. It may have something also to do with your mother. Maybe something is going on with your mom in her life. Maybe she's moving. Maybe she's going through something right now. Maybe something really good is happening for her and it's finally coming together. So anyway, those are the new moon and full moon of the month. The other part of your reading I just want to touch base with is Jupiter. And that's the planet of luck and expansion. That has been in your 4th house of home since November. And basically what that is you have either moved, you're going to move, you're doing major house restructuring, you're in your dream home now. Maybe you're closer to your mom than you have been in a long time. Maybe she's celebrating something really amazing this year. Maybe she's going to move in with you and you have to take care of her. I mean, it could be anything like that. I'm a Virgo, and my 3rd house is communication. It's also the internet, and it's also my siblings. And I've gotten closer to my siblings over the past year. And I've also been trying to learn the internet better. And obviously I'm starting to get on YouTube. So I'm really learning a lot. Whatever it touches, it expands. Jupiter is a really great planet. And it's really going to be significant this month because we do have a full moon in that sign. We do have a full moon in Scorpio. And it is in Jupiter's in Scorpio, so this is going to be a big full moon for a lot of us. Probably most of us. In some way or another, it will affect you. Let's hope for positivity. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards one more time. And then we're going to lay out your reading. Usually when I do my readings, I always just pick a number that comes to my mind. The person I'm looking over mine was number 9. So I'm going to pick 9 cards for reading today. That should be plenty. That's the highest number that's come up for me since I've been doing my readings. So anyway, I hope that this will resonate with you. Alright. First card. Card. Third. Oh, let's come out. Fourth. Seventh. Eighth. And ninth. Okay. This is a long reading. Leo must need to know a lot of stuff right now. And that's cool. I want to make sure I take care of you guys. The first card that I have for your reading is the Emperor. And the Emperor is the sign of Aries. This card exemplifies a person that's in control. Someone that's in charge. This is somebody that is normally fair. He can be stern. This may either be someone that's in your life right now or it could be you. Most of the time when I do a reading, I always feel like the first card that comes out is kind of like your energy. If it's not your energy, it's someone that is very close to you. Someone that's in your energy. So this person can be in your energy. This could be a male figure that's in your energy that is kind of stubborn. For some reason, I feel like right now this person's just kind of, I mean, he has a beard. I don't know if someone you know close to you may have a beard, but, or somewhat some facial hair. It could also be a gentleman that's passed over, a close person to you, maybe a father figure that is trying to guide you right now from the other side. And maybe there's some things that you need to know in order to move on in your journey. So if there is someone that's passed over that was close to you, a father figure or anything like that, he's here guiding you right now, and he wants to help you. So this is a very important card. It's very spiritual. I respect the Emperor. He is a good guy. I mean, you know, some people look at this card and go, oh, the Emperor, oh my God, he's a jerk. You know, he runs the show. No, he's in control. He is in control, and that's okay because he is the Emperor. I mean, he kind of does run the show. But this could be someone that's passed over and that's not in your life anymore. But he is watching over you and he's guiding you. And if you have some decisions to make right now that are major, especially if it's about your home or something to do with your, I would say like your heritage, like maybe some property that was in your family that maybe you aren't sure what to do about, or maybe he's here to guide you about your mother. I mean, we are talking about home, and I said that the 4th house is about your home. There is a possibility that there could be something going on in your mom's life, and he's already passed over, and you have to make some decisions about your mother, about her well-being. Maybe you're going to have to take care of her. That's just the messages I'm getting. For some other people, there may be somebody in your life that is kind of bossy, and you're just having a little hard time with that. Also could be you, and you're in control, and maybe you're being a little bit bossy, maybe you're being stubborn. So anyway, there's a lot of scenarios. This is a general reading. It could affect many people in different ways, but I do feel a really strong effect about a father figure that's passed over, and possibly you have to make some decisions about your mom in order to make her life more comfortable, and whether she's going through anything. So that's that. The next card I have is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, this is a love card. It's about love. It's about, I feel like it could be about a mother. She is, when I lay the card down, she's facing him. So I think this could be about your mom. Maybe she's getting older, and you are having to make a decision about, what do we do, um, do we put her in like a retirement home, or do we let her move in with us? Those are thoughts there, because maybe she's not able to really take care of herself. So that's a scenario that I'm getting. Another scenario is if you are with the Emperor, maybe he's been a little hard on you, and he's hurt your feelings, and maybe he's kind of been an ass, and you're kind of getting tired of it. You're looking into this like urn, and you're thinking about your past. And a lot of times when I look into like an urn is like ashes. So I still feel like it's your mom, because maybe your mom has your father's ashes, and she still like, has them on the mantle, and she's really sad, and she's really missing your dad. It's hitting her hard right now. Maybe she's going through a really emotional time. There's definitely a woman in your life right now that is very emotional, that you're going to have to deal with. And a queen is usually a woman, 40s and up. It's a mature woman. So, anyway, this is what I'm getting from this card. The next card I have for you is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is about a person. Swords are like our mind, playing tricks on us sometimes, when they're in this position. This is about two things that you've got to decide. Some Leos may have two people in their life, and they're trying to decide which person they want to be with. And they just can't. They can't figure it out. And actually, they really don't want to think about it anymore. Maybe it's just been driving you crazy, and you're just to the point where you're like, you know what, I don't even want to think about it. I just want to be by myself. She's wearing all white. Once again, not to bring up the father thing, it's passed over, but maybe you are just feeling like, I don't know, like there's a part of you that, you need to get away. I feel like maybe you've been thinking about going to church more, like possibly like you just need to purify your life right now. Like there's been some chaos and maybe some stress, and you're just kind of tired of dealing with it. You've been kind of sitting in your little area there. You have other things on your mind that you're trying to do, but there's so many distractions, and you are really not trying to see all of them. You can only do so much. You can only take so much. So I feel like at this time, you are not really wanting to make any decisions. You are guarding your heart. If you look at the card closely, she does have her arms folded and crossed in front of her chest. But she is protecting herself from the stress. I think this is a stress card. This person is stressed out. They're tired of being in the middle of something. They kind of don't want to be put in the middle anymore. The next card I get is the Hermit. And the Hermit is a card of going within. When you go within, you find answers. We all take time to ourselves throughout our life to kind of reflect and go back. I think there is a way out of this situation. I just think that it's really complex right now. I think it's, this new moon's kicking up, and like I said, the new moon is in your I think it is 9th house. It's about travel. I mean, there's something to do with travel for sure. Like maybe somebody needs to move. Maybe somebody's going to be moving far away. I don't know. Maybe someone isn't doing well. And it's a possibility that they could pass. I mean, there is a possibility. There is a possibility that a mother figure could pass. It's really hard because I feel like a lot of it has to do with, it's just time, because, I don't know, I mean, we are going to pass at some point in our life. But I feel like there's a lot of inner thinking and a lot of trying to work on ourselves inner-wise. I think sometimes our emotions can come to the surface, and it's so uncomfortable. We don't really want to face that. Some of my readings, this is my first time doing readings on YouTube, and I swear, like, almost every one of my readings, and I don't know if it's because this new moon in Aries is just so powerful. And then we have the full moon in Scorpio, which is another powerful sign. These are two of the most powerful signs in the zodiac. I mean, they're very deep. Um, and I think that I'm getting a lot of these, like, I feel like it's kind of like grim, some of my readings. I mean, there's hope in them, but I'm just feeling like when I lay the cards down, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to tell people this, but you are going to go within and you are going to be figuring out some things. There may be someone that's a Virgo that's around you. This is the Virgo card. This person is possibly someone that's going to help guide you. They are somebody that goes within and are able to guide you and kind of give you some clarification on some things. And if you need to reach out, please know that you can. But this is a finding a light. It's the Hermit. It's being alone and trying to figure out what's going on. Now, the next card is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is an ending. Looks very scary too. I'm sorry. I just picked the cards out. They're face down. I have no idea what cards I'm going to pull up. This isn't really as bad as it looks. It looks bad. It looks like you've been stabbed in the back. Maybe you feel like you have, maybe you feel like people have kind of pushed you away and left you in the cold. Maybe there's something going on right now in your family and you need to get it worked out, but like no matter what input you've put in or whatever, you just can't seem to win. But there is an ending to this because this is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is endings. It's ending a chapter in your life. It is very possible that you are putting something to rest, that you find that you cannot win no matter how hard you try. It's not something that you're going to win at anyway, and it's not even about winning. It's about, I tried my best, now I'm going to rest. This could also be a thing where maybe people have stabbed you in the back. I don't know. When I look at the cards, I have the Emperor here. That means you're really strong if it is you. The Queen of Cups is really kind of emotional, not looking at what things are going on. They got the Hermit. But anyway, this is definitely an ending to whatever's been going on. This isn't going to last forever. It's something that's just going to kind of like, this chapter's closed. It's time to move on. And the next card I have for you, now this is a really positive card. Thank you, Lord. I was starting to feel bad even telling you this, honestly, because it's just, sometimes, that's what's weird about tarot. A lot of people are afraid to watch it because they really don't want to know the dark. It happens, and they move through it. But this is kind of giving you a glance at the things that are going around you right now. If there is turmoil, it's going to come to an end. This is not going to last forever. You are not going to feel like you're feeling defeated forever. This is a 2-week reading. This will end on the 30th. The energy will continue to some degree, but the incidents and things that you're dealing with will be over. But the Two of Cups is an amazing card. This is one of my favorite cards. This is a love card. This is two people coming together who are actually meeting up and going, you know what? At least we have each other. I feel like right now, Leo, you have someone in your life that totally gets you and understands you. And you know what? This is a message to you. That's how you're getting through all this. The things that you've been going through and are quite possibly getting ready to go through in the next week or two, I mean, it could be just a few bumps here and there. It's not the end of the world. But even if it is something that is really hard for you, or something you've been going through that's really hard, that is coming to an ending, the cool thing about it is you do have love. There is love here. There is a opportunity to make things work. It's just going to take time. This is you looking at things and going, oh my God, this person's right here by my side. Thank you, Lord. We have each other. I mean, even though life gets tough, we still have each other. And that's what this is all about. So if you're single and you've been going through a lot, there is somebody that really cares about you. I feel like whether it's a man or a woman, whether it's somebody that you've known or you've not met yet, they are coming in and they're going to kind of rescue you. This is what I always say, like the 911 card. They just show up and they're like, hey, you know, this is a soulmate thing. This is a great card. And it doesn't always have to be love. It could be actually a friend. Somebody that understands you, that you can actually tip your cup to and go, thank you so much for being there for me. The next card you have is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is, the Two of Wands. You get another 2 card. Now this is a good card too, but you're a little bit not sure. So for the single people out there, if you are getting ready to meet someone after you've been through some really hard times, you're still going to be a little standoffish because you aren't so sure, but you are traveling. And there may be somebody at a distance that you've been talking to. Maybe somebody that you aren't sure about, like you really hit it off when you met and it seemed awesome. You haven't talked to them lately, and then now all of a sudden, boom. You're thinking about talking to them, but you're not sure. You kind of got the wall in front of you. You've got a wall build up. It's not a high wall, it's a short wall, but you have a wall build up. This card is looking at the opportunities that are possible. Anything is possible. If this is you that's looking for like a partner in your business, like if you're going through hard times and then you start focusing back on your work again, this very well could be someone that you're working with or partnering up with. And you are going to travel somewhere. You are going to go somewhere. You're just not completely sure, you know. You're just like, yeah, gosh, I hope this is the right thing. I hope what I'm doing is going to make things better. Like maybe you are tired of where you are now and you're deciding to move, and you may move and go somewhere else and there's better work for you, but you're still a little bit nervous about it. It just depends on your situation. Either way, you may be going somewhere different, and you may be going to meet someone that you love from a distance. You may be moving there to see if it would work out. The next card you have is the Strength card, and the Strength card is about learning to control yourself. It can mean controlling yourself in love. It can just mean being strong. You have to be strong right now. You know, things are not always going to be easy. This is the Leo card, by the way, so this is your strength. That's one thing about Leos. They're very strong people. They go through a lot. They've been through a lot, and they still come out on top. You are the sign of the 5th house. And the 5th house is love, romance. You are a passionate person. Sometimes being a passionate person, you have to have more strength because your passions run free. I think right now that you're trying to kind of control things from getting out of control. Like maybe you're like, oh my God, that was a little crazy. I gotta regroup, get things back together, focus on what really matters to me the most. And that's what you're doing. You're focusing on things that matter the most. You are actually here right now to get stronger and grow strength. That's what this is all about. This is gaining strength on life. So if things have been bad, you do have people there with you, possibly a mate, and you will be fine. Just keep going. The next card you have is the Sun, and the Sun card is like a birth. It's something new. It's something fresh. You may be traveling somewhere warm. Maybe you're going somewhere it's really warm. Maybe you are going on vacation. Maybe you're going to go through some stuff over the next couple of weeks, and you're going to be completely stressed out, and you're going to worry about this person and that person. Maybe you're going to worry about your mom. Maybe you're going to be where somebody's having a crisis, and now you get to move on because it's over, and you and your mate are going to go somewhere on a vacation, and you're just going to get away from it all. You're going to have fun. This is a have fun card. This is relaxing in the sun, getting a tan. This is enjoying life. So whatever this is good. This could also be a pregnancy. Just be careful if you don't want one. That's what I usually like to tell people, because there's a baby involved if you can look at the picture. So if you do not want to have a baby, you might want to use protection. But if you want one, you could have one. You could conceive at this time. You might be going on your honeymoon. Maybe you just got married and you went through the wedding and it was crazy. And now you're going to go on your honeymoon and you're going to actually enjoy yourself. You can enjoy yourself. You are going to have a wonderful time. And any kind of new endeavor that you've been thinking about, if you're traveling to take classes or you're trying to do anything in the next 2 weeks that involves like learning something new, whatever it is, it's going to be awesome. You're going to learn a lot and you're going to love it. The next card you have is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is about heartbreak. I'm not going to end your reading on this card. Your card's kind of, your whole reading is kind of up and down. It's like, whoa, a lot of heartbreak. So maybe when you go on this trip, you may be reflecting on something that just happened. Maybe, you're thinking about it, and maybe your emotions are going to be a little sad. Maybe when you go to meet this person and live with them, they're not what you had thought they were. Maybe you're done with having your heart broken. This is the end of it. Because this is the Three of Swords. This is really kind of like you couldn't get... I mean, if you've had heartbreak, this is it. There's really no more room for a dagger to go through there. I mean, there's... Yeah. There's some rains and clouds. So maybe you're just going to have like a bunch of rain on your trip. Like everything was going great, and then all of a sudden it rains the rest of your trip, and you're like, no freaking way. I was so looking forward to this trip. It was supposed to be so nice. And here we are, and it's just a big freaking storm every day we're here. Let's hope it doesn't happen, but it's possible. So I'm just throwing that out there. That is the lighter side of the Three of Swords. I'm going to pull one more card for you. So we are not ending on that. Alright. We have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is juggling something. You are trying to juggle something. Maybe you're trying to juggle your money. Maybe there's something you really, really, really want to do, but you're not sure if you have the money to do it. I'm pretty sure it could have to do with love. Maybe you're going all out on love. You're trying to impress somebody, and maybe you're not sure. I mean, it looks really good, but now you're not sure. You're not sure. You're juggling things. This is values too. So maybe your values are like, do I really want to do this? I thought that this was what I wanted, but I'm not really sure. Your reading is kind of a complicated reading, I would have to say, for the most part. Most of my readings kind of feel like I can feel what's going to come next, and it's kind of a culmination. This isn't a culmination card. This is up and down, round and round. You may meet somebody on this trip. Maybe you go on this trip and you fall in love with somebody and you're like, oh my god, this person is like the shit. And then all of a sudden you're like, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I need to switch things up a little bit. But this is usually trying to keep balance in your life. So maybe right now the whole idea is you've got a lot going on this next 2 weeks, and your focus should be on trying to balance it all. Trying to balance situations in your life, whether they're emotional or family oriented. You need to focus on you. You've got a lot going on, and I think that whether it be in your career or in your love relationship, you need to really focus on you. You can't do it all, it's impossible. Who can? But either way, I think that you are going to go on a trip and you are going to be learning some new things. I do think that there's some little up and down thing coming up on this new moon that we've got coming on. But in your 9th house, faraway places, I think that, somebody might disappoint you. They may, they may actually, I don't know, you might ignore them for like a week. not talk to them. And then all of a sudden you're like, all right, let's get over this. We got shit to do. And then you do, but you're still hurting a little bit over it. But I think you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I'm so sorry. I am super tired. I wanted to get this video in before the end of the night. I hope it was good. I hope it resonates with you. I am new at doing this. I appreciate any kind of advice you can give me. It doesn't matter. All advice is good. Comments, likes, shares, subscribes would be great. I am trying to grow. This is something I'm very passionate about. I'm learning, so sometimes I might do it different until I figure out exactly where I am. But I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video, and hopefully you liked it. Thank you.